what's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome into the Bulls Report. My name is Patrick Siepman, and coming up on today's show, we're going to get you guys the latest Ayo Dosunmu injury news, as it is looking like he will be out for the remainder of the season. And then majority of today's show, we're going to spend talking about trading for LaMelo Ball. There's some reports out there that he could be on the move this offseason, so it doesn't make sense for the Chicago Bulls. Would I want LaMelo in Chicago? Give you guys my thoughts here in a second. But first, the Ayo injury news. This was a couple days ago, but after experiencing left shoulder instability and further evaluation from training and medical professionals, Ayo will undergo surgery and will be out for the remainder of the season. So obviously disappointing stuff. Ayo, great basketball player, plays the game the right way on both sides of the floor, and obviously, Chicago's very own. He's always a guy that I will root for and always will go the bat for Ayo. But, he was having a good season for the Bulls. I think the most impressive part from this past season for Ayo was his game in the transition. He was awesome, just pushing the ball up the floor and also being an elite defender in transition as well. Super long wingspan, super strong. Like, he's a great point of attack defender, and he just fills in a role offensively very well, where he doesn't need the basketball in his hands to be dominant. Like, he can play off ball. He's a great cutter as well, but also look at a guy like potentially Dalen Terry to get a lot more minutes. Dalen Terry, Julian Phillips. So you will be able to get a look at the younger guys, which is a positive of this. But I do want to show you guys Ayo's career three-point percentage by year. Rookie year, came out strong, was fantastic. 37.6%, 2022, 31%. Last season, actually shot 40%. And then this year, 32.8%. So definitely consistency from beyond the arc for Ayo would be a huge development in his game. But, hey, if the trends keep on heading that direction, Ayo should have a great shooting year next season. So I think ideally, I just want to get this quick thought out there on Ayo. Ideally, Ayo Dosunmu is a part of the Bulls turnaround. Like, I think if I had to pinpoint three guys on this roster where I am not trading unless it's a Godfather offer, and I could view those three young players as being true building blocks for this team, it's Ayo, it's Miles Buzelis, and it's Josh Giddey. But besides those guys, like even his running mate, Kobe White, I'm fine with the Bulls moving off him this offseason because you have a plethora of guards. You already have Lonzo signed up for a 2-year, $20 million deal. And plus, Ayo, I think, is just a more of a winning basketball player than Kobe White. But definitely disappointing news on Ayo. Love watching him play. So if you guys want to show him some love, down below in the comment section, just type his jersey number, type those 11s down below. Disappointing. Ayo out for the remainder of the season. But let's dive into this now. The Bulls, could they be trading for LaMelo Ball? We got some reports indicating that he will be on the move this offseason. Apparently Charlotte, new ownership group in there, aren't the biggest fans of LaMelo. But first off, this would be chills. LaMelo and Lonzo on the same team. The Bulls would be must-watch TV every single night. Now, would it translate to winning? We'll break that down here. But just the two Ball brothers, imagine those two being the backcourt of the future for the Bulls. I would love it. I mean, honestly, and also if you think about their games, they actually complement each other very well, where obviously LaMelo is that kind of AAU backyard basketball style of hooper where he's just trying to put 40 on your head every given night. And then Lonzo is that more refined, he plays the game the right way, plays within the offense, like a great defender as well. But why are we talking about this? Well, Michael Scotto said that LaMelo Ball and actually Trae Young could be a prime trade target during the offseason. Obviously, new ownership group there in Charlotte, so they could be looking to move off LaMelo. Now, we'll dive into all this here in just a second, but first, I do want to tell you guys about today's presenting sponsor, and that is Prize Picks. Now, if you guys download the Prize Picks app today and plug in promo code CLNS, you guys will get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Download the Prize Picks app today, use promo code CLNS, get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. What is Prize Picks? Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least two players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. Now, if you guys are trying to make a Chicago Bulls game a lot more interesting down the stretch of the season, Prize Picks, great way to do so. You create a lineup for any event, and you guys can follow it throughout the entire event and actually put your basketball knowledge to the test and potentially put some cash in your back pocket. So if you guys could download the app today, Plug in that promo code CLNS, get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use promo code CLNS, get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. A massive shout out to PrizePicks for sponsoring today's show. PrizePicks, run your game. All right, let's close out today's show talking about LaMelo Ball. So I got a lot of thoughts. LaMelo, no doubt, a very fun, entertaining player, averaging almost 30 points a game this season. At least before the All-Star break has kind of tailed off during the, month of February a little bit, but he still put up ridiculous numbers, like 26 a game, 7 assists, 5.2 rebounds. Now, I will say LaMelo is also the definition of a good stats, bad team guy, where I have questions if LaMelo is he contributing to winning, or is he, part of the problem there in Charlotte? And that's also maybe why the ownership group wants to move off him. But some stats that are concerning for LaMelo here is his points per attempt. Now, I know this is a big stat that a lot of these coaching staffs in the NBA, especially the front offices, like, they love to use this in terms of evaluating, like, how valuable you are on just a possession-to-possession basis. Well, every time LaMelo takes a field goal, he's averaging 1 point per all those attempts. Two-pointers, 0.98. 3-pointers, 1.01. Most of the stars in the NBA, like Jokic, I believe, is around like 1.3, up in that range. Like, bad players are like 0.8. But LaMelo, kind of middle of the pack, but not too great. But, also in terms of trading for LaMelo, you got to think about his contract, which isn't actually as bad as I was initially thinking. I thought these figures were all in the $50+ million range before we dive into the show. But $35 million remainder of this season, 37 next, 40, 43, 46. So, this contract, it's a lot, but also with the new TV deal, the cap going up, like, you could have LaMelo be one of your, max slots, and then have another max guy, and then you could still get like 3 guys making like $20-30 million. So there's a way to do it. But the question becomes, is LaMelo Ball a winning basketball player? And he is a tremendous talent. Like, what he's able to do out there on the basketball court, like taking like the one-legged threes and all that, like, he is truly one of a kind. Like, I don't think I've ever watched a basketball player play the game as the way that LaMelo does. And he's very entertaining, very skilled. But is he contributing to winning? Like, is he doing the little things? Is he rotating on defense? Is he trying to get that extra box out to help his team grab a defensive rebound? I have major question marks on that, because it also kind of feels like, and listen, Charlotte's a bad organization. That's a tough place to play, especially if you're a young rising star. But it does feel like LaMelo, it's all about LaMelo. Like, I don't really think there's any just self-awareness in his game where it's like all ran through him. He's getting the most shots up every single night. And is it a winning style of play? I don't think so. So I also believe this. I think the Bulls, honestly, if I had to call it, I don't think they have any chance to trade for LaMelo Ball, because I really believe they view Josh Giddey as the point guard of the future. And call me crazy for this, I would rather have Josh Giddey at $25 million per year than LaMelo Ball. I think Josh Giddey is a winning basketball player. I think he plays the game the right way. He is about the team. He is about trying to get his teammates elite shots, put pressure on the rim. And honestly, over the last couple of months, he's been actually a serviceable defender. And his stats over the last 10 games, I'm taking this over what LaMelo's doing. I'm taking 19 a night, almost 10 rebounds, 6.6 assists, 48.5 from the deck, and 53% from downtown. Josh Giddey's been fantastic. I've completely changed my tune on him as a basketball player for the Chicago Bulls, because I was originally saying before the All-Star break, hey, the Bulls shouldn't extend him just because you traded him or Alex Caruso for him. He's got to go prove it. Over the last 10 games, man, I mean, he has absolutely proved that. So, listen, I would be out on trading for LaMelo Ball. I know it would be fun. It would put some butts in seats, but I think the only untouchables on the Bulls roster are Buzelis and Giddey, and Giddey will be running the one spot for the Bulls for the near future. And if you think, like, I don't know if the Bulls would ever think about putting LaMelo at the 2, but if you have LaMelo and Giddey at the backcourt, you wouldn't be able to guard anybody. So I would be out on trading for LaMelo Ball, but you guys let me know. Would you trade for LaMelo? Give me a Y for yes, or give me an N for no down below in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. I'm out on it. I'd rather just roll out Josh Giddey at $25 million over LaMelo Ball making $47 million. But, hey, that's my opinion. You guys disagree with me, comment your thoughts down below. And also make sure you guys are subscribed here to the channel. Keep you up to date around everything on your Chicago Bulls all season and off season long. So hit that subscribe button. See you guys next time. Go Bulls.